and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Wayne here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make boba. As you know, boba tea or bubble tea, depending on where you're from, is one of my all-time favorite drinks to have. I figured, why not show you guys how to make it? After all, it's super easy to do. And the drink that we're going to be showing you how to make today is called brown sugar boba milk. As you know, brown sugar boba milk originated back in Taiwan and it was super popular over there, and it's made its way to the United States where so many stores are selling it. And I figured, instead of going out to the stores and buying it and paying like $5, $6, $7, why not make it at home? After all, it's so easy to do. It's just 3 ingredients: brown sugar, boba, and milk. That's literally it. And just in case you're wondering, there is no tea in this drink. That is a totally different type of drink that we may make later depending on if y'all want to see it or not. But for this drink, it's literally just 3 ingredients: brown sugar, boba, and milk. And I'm going to be showing you my version of how to make it. That way you guys can enjoy it, and also I can as well. So with that being said, let's get started. So first things first, if you want to make boba, you're going to need the 3 ingredients: tapioca starch, brown sugar, and water, and that's literally it. So with that being said, let's go make the boba. And once you got the ingredients ready, you basically want to combine them together. So what you want to basically do is to add in the water and also the brown sugar and stir it over medium heat until the brown sugar completely dissolves. Stir, stir, stir. And once the brown sugar is dissolved, you want to move the pot away from the heat. Add in a little tapioca starch and then start mixing around. You want to have the tapioca starch completely dissolved into the liquid. Once the tapioca starch is dissolved, return the saucepan back to the heat and cook until the mixture is slightly thickened. Once the mixture is thickened, turn off the heat and move the saucepan away. Add in the rest of the tapioca starch and continue to mix things around until you get a rough looking sticky type of dough. And once you got a sticky type of doughy substance, you're basically ready. Alright, we basically just made the beginning form of a boba. So now, let's start beginning the next process. So after it has become a sticky type of dough, you want to sprinkle some tapioca flour onto your kneading board and then grab your dough and put it on the board. It might take a little arm strength because it is pretty sticky, I have to say. But overall, it's not too bad. So put it down on the board over here. Make sure you got every last bit. So once you take the dough out of the pot, you want to start kneading it. You want to make sure to knead it when it's warm. That way it will be easier to work with. Make sure not to knead it too long though. Only knead it for around 1 minute or 2 minutes and then you're totally fine. Then you can move on to the next step. So once you're done kneading, you basically made a tapioca ball, and that's exactly how you make it. Wasn't that easy? Now, you could basically cook this as is and make one gigantic piece of tapioca ball, but obviously this is a little bit too big for us, so let's cut it up into smaller pieces so that we can eat it better. So first thing you want to do is to roll it into a log shape. Doesn't have to be too big, just enough to cut into a few sections. So as you see, we've got a little log right here. I'm gonna cut into probably 4 sections. Grab your saran wrap. We're only going to be using 1 piece at a time, so put the other 3 pieces into the saran wrap so that they don't dry out. Close it, and then you can see you got a little piece over here. Put some tapioca starch on it and roll it into a log shape, into a longer log shape form. Alright, as you can see, we got our log shape, and then start cutting into little pieces. So next thing you want to do is to just grab one of the pieces you cut off and roll it into a ball. This will probably take like 10 to 15 seconds, but don't worry if it's not perfectly round, that's okay. You're the one that's going to be enjoying it. Just roll it until a decent shape, and as you can see, we made our tapioca ball. Wasn't that easy? So now let's continue the process with the rest of the balls. So this is the first batch of boba balls that we made, and don't they look so good? I mean, wow, they turned out really nice. So basically you put them aside for now and repeat the process with the rest of the dough. So now that we finished making the balls, I have to say, I am impressed. I mean, just look at this. Look at how many boba balls we have. They look so good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the way they turned out. They turned out really nicely. They look almost as good as the ones that you buy in a store. Although I have to say some are a little bit bigger than the others, some a little bit smaller, but hey, that's okay. I'm the one making it. I'm the one that's gonna be enjoying it. So with that being said, let's move on to the next step. Now before we cook our tapioca balls, we have to first sift our balls first to get rid of the excess tapioca starch. This way it'll be easier to cook. So now that we got rid of the excess tapioca starch from the balls, we're ready to cook. Next thing you want to do is to grab a pot and fill it with some water. Turn the heat up to high and bring it to a boil. Once the water starts to boil, time to pour in your boba. Next thing you do is to stir it around. You want to stir every few minutes so that it doesn't stick together. Basically from here, you want to let your boba cook until they start to float. Once they start to float, lower the heat down to low and let it cook for about 15 minutes or so. After that, come back to the pot and turn off the heat. Place a lid on top of the pot to cover it and let it cook for an additional 15 minutes. After that, your boba is basically done. Meanwhile, I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna get some food and be right back. So now that time's up, let's go check on our boba. Wow, the boba turned out really nice. They look so delicious. I can't wait to try them out. But before we do anything else, we have to give the boba an ice bath. This way they'll stop cooking and also become more bouncy and more chewier or QQ in texture. So now let's transfer the boba into our ice bath over here where they'll cool down. Alright, as you can see, we got a few ice cubes and water. Ooh, they look so good. And from there, you're pretty much done. That's basically how you make boba. You can use the boba and pair it with any of your favorite drinks and it will taste absolutely amazing. But since this video is about making brown sugar boba milk, we still gotta make the brown sugar syrup, so let's go do just that. So first thing you want to do when you're making your brown sugar syrup is to grab a pot and fill it with some water and pour your brown sugar into it over medium heat. Stir things around until the brown sugar is completely dissolved. Once your brown sugar is completely dissolved in the water, take your boba that you just made and put it inside the syrup. Then stir things around. You want to keep stirring until the liquid becomes a syrupy-like texture. This might take a while, so there's no need to rush things. And after a while, you'll notice that your liquid has started turning into a syrupy-like texture. Once that happens, you're basically done, so you can move on to the next step. So in order to assemble the brown sugar boba milk, we just need 3 things. The boba we just made, the milk, and also some ice, and that's basically it. So here's how we do it. Alright guys, we just made our brown sugar boba milk, and doesn't this look so good? You even got the tiger stripes everywhere, the boba on the bottom, the milk on the top. I told you, this looks absolutely amazing, just like the ones you get in the store, but we gotta do a taste test. Let's see how it tastes. Oh wow, this is so good. It's so rich and creamy from the milk. You can taste that strong brown sugar taste, but the boba itself is definitely a star. That boba is super chewy, super bouncy. It's like QQ texture. Oh, it's so soft and smooth. That is a really good boba. I'm actually really impressed. We did a really good job today. I don't know why would you need to go out to buy any boba anymore. You could just make it at home. This thing is so easy to make. It took like, what, like 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and you got so much boba that you can use for so many drinks. This is absolutely delicious. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy about this. I'm so glad I did this video because this is just absolutely amazing. This boba tastes phenomenal. But yeah guys, that's basically how you make brown sugar boba milk. Wasn't that easy? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what other type of videos do you want to see? Do you want to see more boba videos, or do you want to see more food videos? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching my videos, everyone. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel because it will mean so much to me. And that's basically it, so I'll see you later.